Spitflame? Our Leyline Tyrant? And the Flicker of Fate? Are you kidding? All right. Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you are here. Today's jank is in Historic, and I'm kind of excited about it. We are playing some dragons. Got some pretty sweet cards in here. It may be a little bit controversial, the take we went with it. So bear with me. We'll see how this plays out. As with any deck, this is curving out's kind of important here. So our curve is really awkward. And the Verix Bladewing is one of the weaker dragons we have in here, but at least it can be cast for 7 and you get 2, or you just get a 4/4 flying for 4, which is fine, but it's almost always just a 4/4 flying for 4, right? So we're not sure on that. The other cards that are a little controversial here, I think, are Spitflame. 4 damage to target creature. If we can return it, it's awesome, and just keep recasting it, but it's kind of expensive. 3 mana for 4 damage to a creature is, like, not a good rate. So I don't know, we'll see about that. We also have some dragon cost reduction spells in Dragonlord's Servant. Our dragons cost 1 less. Our dragons cost 2 less here, but of course, again, it depends on when we get the cards down. If we don't get the Dragonspeaker Shaman down until later on, darn it, it doesn't do anything, right? So we're kind of on a 2-2 split, because this one also blocks better as a 1/3. And I think if we make it to the later game, hopefully our dragons kind of take over, right? We notably do have 2 Lathliss Dragon Queen, because she's really, really cool. I love this card. Admittedly, it's quite possible this is maybe better off as a Glorybringer and a Terror of the Peaks, or something like that. I don't know. And notably, again, I think the best card in our deck is actually Glorybringer, and we only have 3 of them. Primarily for diversity's sake, but also, you know, just the way the ball bounces. So, some lands. You know, we're running a couple of Radiant Fountains to hopefully give us some game against, like, Mono Red and stuff. Bonders Enclave, draw some cards. Blast Zone for utility. Then we're running 4 Shatterskulls and 4 Spikefield Hazards as well. So, you know, our land count should be okay. But other than that, let's take it out for a spin, shall we? Yeah, I guess we can keep this. It is not a great hand, but it does have land drops. We have some cycling lands, so we shouldn't flood out. But we'll at least make sure to hit our land drops, so yeah, let's hang on to it. It's also relevant that we have 2 separate exile spells against a Lurrus deck, which that is a good thing for sure. Turns out, it appears as though our opponent is going to be playing some kind of rogue action here. Oh boy, our opponent mills off 2 lands. We are actually pretty happy about that. Did not want to keep drawing lands, folks. That would have been a disaster. Alright, yep. Opponent looking through our graveyard for some reason. That's awfully suspicious, opponent. Alright, well. Mountain, go on ahead, opponent. Are you going to play a Soaring Thought Thief? In fact, you are. We're just gonna Abrade that one. Yeah, they certainly have ways of getting it back from the graveyard. At the very least, Lurrus, right? But almost certainly Agadeem's Awakening and things. Oh, things like that. But we were hoping to be able to Scorching Dragonfire the Lurrus, just to keep it from being reanimated, right? As it turns out, our opponent very, very likely to take the Scorching Dragonfire. Yeah, in fact, they do. Feels bad, man. Holy crud. Wow. The Blast Zone, actually not a bad draw here at all. Let's cycle first, see what happens. Okay, yep. That was a good one. Drew into Dragonlord's Servant. Not too bad. Opponent likely has infinite removal here. Oh boy, doesn't have the extra land drop. That is crazy to me. All right, let's play around the soft counter here. Opponent knows it's here. Yeah, okay. Guys, the Lofty Denial. Not excited about that, but also not surprised by that. Yep. We will pay the price just a wee bit. Drop to 18. Opponent goes with another Thoughtseize. Ah, that is just tragic, folks. Opponent drops to 13 now. Good heavens. Opponent looking over our stuff. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go ahead and cycle this off. On their end step here, we can cast a 5-drop dragon. All right. Sarkhan the Masterless. Does that resolve, opponent? I'd really like it to. They could have a Spell Pierce here or something. Would not be excited about that, folks. Oh, boy, got there. All right, well. We are going to just immediately get a Dargon. That is absolutely the type of card we would like. Oh, darn it. They do have the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Sure enough, kind of punish us here. That is unfortunate. But what do you do? And the Fatal Push? Come on. Wow. All right. Opponents just got it all. That is really unfortunate, folks. They've had 2 Thoughtseizes, the Soaring Thought Thief, 2 Thieves Guild Enforcers. Man, their hand has been really, really strong. Well, we're just going to go ahead and take this opportunity. Kind of sweep their board a bit. We are going to make our land drop. That we're giving up on the bluff here, but I think we would rather have it in play. Our opponent has another... Oh, boy, that's a good one. Yeah. Opponent just takes it. Wow. Doesn't sacrifice. See, I would have expected them to want to block and sacrifice here to draw a card because they really needed that 3rd land in the worst way. Luris can get them a ton of card advantage, but they have to add it to hand first. I wonder what the cards in their hand are. Oh, Curious Obsession. Okay, so suddenly this makes a little more sense. All right. You know, I can accept that. All right, we will exert here. Yeah, don't want them drawing extra cards with Curious Obsession. Yeah. We will hold on to the mountain now because we have our requisite 5 lands here. And with the number of 5-drops and stuff in the deck, I think making sure to have 5 is important, but I think the 6th land is much less important. Because we can always make our 6th land drop, right? I don't believe we have any 7-drops in here. I'd have to look again. But I believe, you know, the biggest dragon we have is a 6-drop. So we would just play our land for the turn and play the 6-drop if we, whatever. Opponent thinking things over, looking at that graveyard. Is this Nagadeem's Awakening? If it is, that'd only be 1 creature, which is not great. All right, Luris to hand, sure. Soaring Thought Thief gonna get in, drop us to 13, sure. Oh, Man, I'm sorry, opponent. This is a rough one. Yeah, we're 100% going to exert here because it's just another blocker. Yeah, it turns out, folks, Glorybringer is a strong card. Who would have guessed, right? Who would have guessed? Oh, boy. And draft up. Thinking things over. Facing down a an untapping Glorybringer this turn. Fatal pushes are dead. The I can't imagine they're playing any like Murderous Rider or anything. All right. How about a third Glorybringer, folks? Just Glorybringer, Glorybringer, Glorybringer off the top. I'm sorry, opponent. That's rough. But good game nonetheless. Good game. It was an honor. C-Money 52 is our opponent. Yes. Having no actual mountains, a little awkward here. On the play, I think we've got to start on the Spikefield Hazard. It depends on what happens, but we might have to also Shatterskull Smashing, following that up, right? If we draw a land on turn 2, we might just wait on the Shatterskull Smashing and play the Mountain or Radiant Fountain to leave up interaction and potentially save our... Oh, okay, fine. Well, that's unfortunate. Not thrilled about that. Opponent has a Mary of the Sky Ruin. Or, I'm sorry, Sky... Shattered Skyclave. Decidedly different cards, folks. Do not... Yeah, alright. We're going to get rid of the Maze Mine Tome. I'm not thrilled about this play, folks, but so far our opponent appears to be in mono white, and you don't put Maze Mine Tome in your deck unless you're planning on going to the mid or late game. This is not going to be an aggro deck, right? So we're going to try and slow down the card advantage. Hey, there we go. That's a good one. That's a good one. We're just going to get ourselves a Verix Bladewing here. Yep. Pass turn. Opponent scrying with Maze Mine Tome. Do your thing. It goes top. Unfortunate. Probably a land, I would guess, but, you know, it could be anything. They're certainly not missing a land drop with that scry, that's for sure. Okay. It is Solemn Simulacrum. Land? No land. Darn it. Well, let's just get in for 4. Pass the turn back to the opponent. See what happens. Opponent going to do a bit more scrying. Sure. Scry goes bottom this time. C-Money 52, thinking things over. Field of Ruin is the play. Goes to combat. Well, let's Scorching Dragonfire the Solemn. I wouldn't say I'm thrilled about this, but... Okay, the opponent draws a card. What are we doing here? Skyclave Apparition. Well, that is annoying. Yep. Sure. Let's get rid of that fella too. We still have a 4/4. It's not a dragon. That's always sad. But it does attack, so that's less sad. C Money 52 seems to be experimenting with mono white control. I would expect this to also have like Karns and things in it. They gain 4 life with the Maze Mind Tome. It gets exiled after drawing a card there. 4 mana available. They make their land drop. This is now a total of 7 mana. 4 available for this turn. Thinking about things, it's a Charming Prince. Opponent's going to choose Scry 2, not surprising. Top. Oh boy. Wow. That's questionable. Let's Spitflame, shall we? Yep. We need a land. Please, deck. Cooperate. Land. Okay. Good deal. Yes. 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 Sarkhan the Masterless, come on down. Go ahead and make a Dargon. We will not be spitting flame here. We will be attacking for 4. Dropping C Money's life total down to 12. Alright, Shocks in. Oh my gosh. Again. Feels bad. Yeah. Fine. Wonder if we're just supposed to Shatterskull Smashing here. It could be. Because that would give us another turn. Alright. Fine. Shatterskull Smashing just enters. Does C Money have another Ugin? That would be unfortunate. Would not be excited about seeing that. Elspeth Conquers Death. Also not great, and I'm sure there's 4 of them in the deck. Well, I'm sure there's like 3 of them in the deck at least. Oh my gosh, it is another Ugin. Yuck. Yeah. Sure. Well, that was a really good draw. So that we can definitely be thankful for. X equals 2. Going to kill ourselves an Ugin. That fella's really annoying. It's another Solemn. Indeed. Solemn Simulacrum goes and finds a Plains. And Crawling Barrens. Get some counters. Going to come in. Attack us for 2. Pass the turn. Fair enough. Well, we're going to Sarkhan the Masterless. Make a Dargon. Yep. Get that Spitflame back. Yes, please. Flicker of Fate. Oh my gosh, folks. Our opponent has it all, and boy oh boy are they taking advantage of it. Every blessed bit. 'Tis unfortunate. Dragon does not lose, huh? Alright. Leyline Tyrant, come on down. I'm thinking about it. Yep. Thinking about it. Looking it over. What are they thinking about? Alright, well. Turn gets passed. Crawling Barrens. Comes a 6/6. Sure. Crawling Barrens. Becomes an 8/8. Yeah. No blocks. We drop to 8. All right, we tap for some mana. We're gonna go ahead and get in. We're thinking about things. All right. So let's... Spitflame? Our Leyline Tyrant? And the Flicker of Fate? Are you kidding? All right. That doesn't actually save them here. Because the mana doesn't empty, right? Now, if they can exile Leyline Tyrant, so if the card of their library is an Ugin or is an Elspeth Conquers Death or something like that, they can kill us. All right, Crawling Barrens gets bigger. Sure. It's a 10/10. I mean, we're 100% going to block. All right. All right. Don't quite know what's going on here. More counters. All right. Well, folks, we are going to pay 5. Holy crud, folks. That was intense. Battled back and forth really hard there. Through 2 Ugins. I'm not sure why those Flicker of the Fates were in there. They must have been doing something. Maybe it's just with like Skyclave apparitions and things like that, you know? They do flicker Elspeth Conquers Deaths as well, so there probably is 4 of them in here. But good heavens, that was a wild game for sure. Good game, C-Money. Good game. Good luck, Majin Sigma. Yeah, we're gonna hang on to this. We have interaction aplenty and a Glorybringer, so you know. A little bit of top end as well, but it also interacts. So if the interaction is good, hopefully that will mean this is good. Well, we are going to bolt the proverbial bird here. In this case, it's not actually a bird, it's Llanowar Elves, but darn it, we don't want that fella hanging out either. Gets a Paradise Druid. What is our opponent up to over there, folks? We can't bolt that one, so we're just going to go ahead and get a Bonecrusher down. So that we can at least attack or block or something. I don't know. The addition of more Mana Dorks in still mono green. Oh boy, okay, so it's green-white. Is this some kind of weird Elves deck or something? Because so far we've seen a million Elves of different varieties. See if our opponent's willing to block here. Okay, they don't. Well, let's... keep their creatures in check here, I guess. And pass the turn. Still 5 mana, though. So if their plan is like Nissa or something, I mean, with this many Mana Dorks, it seems like they're trying to do big mana things. Nissa would be annoying here. What are they doing in green-white, though? Could be like Mirari's Wake or something like that, maybe? Alright. Voracious Hydra. Gonna double up the counters? Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's just Verix Bladewing. Put in the Shatterskull Pass here. Tapped. And hang on here. Vivian Arcbow Ranger. No! Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was not ideal, let me tell you. Alright, well. Glorybringer, come on down. Kill Vivian. Feel a little sad. Pass the turn. Karn the Great Creator. Alright. Folks, I don't know what's going on over there. It's looking like a 1/1 counter deck, but they have all these mana elves that we've seen. And none of them have counters. So I don't know, maybe it's just really resource hungry big mana deck, or I mean 1/1 counters deck, I guess. 4, 5, 6, 7. No blocks. Bonecrusher Giant. And then we're just going to go ahead, I guess. We're going to attack like this. Our opponent's almost certainly got to run out the Meteor Golem here on the Glorybringer. Yeah. But that's going to eat up their entire turn, and only if they had a land drop, which they did, but, you know, that's not a super comforting feeling. No, we won't be blocking that, friend. All right, well, let's scorch them fellers. Drop our opponent down to 2. Pass the turn. They have another Vivian. They could have potentially Questing Beast. I don't know. So far, they haven't shown us that sort of mid-rangey threat. Okay. Nope. As it turns out, that was good enough. That have a ton to do with dragons there, but, you know, whatever. We got the win. Feels good, man. Feels good. Good game, opponent. All right, folks. We are back. The deck was not great. Yeah, like I say, I think maybe getting the extra Glorybringer would be good. I think the Lathliss was slow. It never really did go off. Man, I just wanted to see it making 1 million dragons. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. Yeah, having a bunch of these really, really expensive dragons kind of cost us there. It's possible maybe we could scale back our interaction suite a little bit and get some more maybe Dragonspeaker Shamans or something and make them cheaper, and then it would be okay. As it was, I mean, it didn't do abysmal, but it didn't do good either. So I really appreciate you folks that watched, and if you made it this far, please just take a second and comment down below how we might be able to tweak this and change things around, because I'd like to win some games when I play it tonight on stream, you know what I mean? And your input very well make it into the end deck. So let me know and, you know, kind of defend your comments. If you do want to add more cards, though, because, I mean, there's tons of really, really cool dragons and stuff, definitely let me know what you might cut. I definitely think, I mentioned at the beginning, I believe, that these Spit Flames were questionable, and I don't even think they were questionable. I think they were bad. I think this card for sure is going to go, because we never even brought it back. I don't even think a single time. There just wasn't time in the game. As cool as I thought it would be, in all the games we played, I don't think that did anything. So maybe just these two scaling back on the interaction, and going up either 1 and 1 or 2 of one of these. Maybe just the 3-drop here. I don't know. That might be enough. That might get us there. It also is possible we go down these two and just want a couple more dragons, right? So yeah, maybe another Glorybringer, and maybe something else. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, though. Let me know, you know, how you might change the deck. That would be really appreciated. That said, I do stream on Twitch. I was just referencing that. I stream 4 hours a night, 5 nights a week. So come on out, darn it. I'd love to get to know you. It's always a pleasure meeting folks that consume the content and getting feedback based on that and everything. So, you know, I really appreciate you folks tuning in, and I will catch you next time.